Woo, wait, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie all day. We're gonna make something really super simple, really easy, really good. We're gonna do a little Japanese barbecue stir fry. So this is what I did. I went and got some regular Japanese barbecue sauce. You can get this stuff pretty much at any grocery store. It doesn't even have to be this brand as long as it's Japanese barbecue sauce. Make it really, really nice and easy. I went and picked up a big, beautiful New York strip, and I just started slicing it like this. So about, I don't know, under a 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little over an eighth, somewhere in there, wherever, just, yeah, right about there. I'm just going to slice the whole thing. Outside of that, you need one really super annoying cat to bust around. I got some noodles. Now, these are ramen style noodles. The difference between these and ramen noodles, ingredients: wheat meal, water, salt. That's it. That's all that's in this. Where regular, like the ramen noodles you can buy with the little flavor packets, terrible for you. These ones are not. This is natural. It's 3 ingredients. Good to go. He thinks it's treats because of the sound of the bag, and that's why he won't leave me alone. Little does he know it's just a noodle. So what I'm gonna have to do is open it up just to show him. So look, that's it. Yeah, come on, man. That's it. It's just a noodle. So he's so disappointed right now. So all you need is basically those 3 ingredients. The only other thing I'm adding is I'm going to add a little red cayenne pepper. Good for everything. Great for everything. And that's it. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be the most simple thing you're ever going to see. We're going to take noodles, boil them until they're done, until they're not sticky, right? We're going to take our steak. We're going to put it in a frying pan. We're going to cook it up a little bit. Since it's going to be sliced, it's going to cook real fast. Just like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our noodles and we're going to put them in our frying pan with our steak. We're going to add this. And we're going to stir it. I wish there was more, but there's not. Super simple. Let me finish cutting up that steak. We'll get going. All right, so just like that, I'm all sliced up. Leave the fat on. It's just going to create more flavor, more juice. It's going to be really nice. You don't have to worry about getting it, having it be too hard because you're cutting it nice and thin. So it's going to be really, really good. Now, if you cared for, you wanted to make little bite-sized pieces, you could cut this way also. And then you'd want to take off the fat because then you'd have a piece that's half fat. But I'm going to keep it just like this. This size is perfect for this kind of thing. I already have the water boiling, and I'm going on a less than mid heat on my steak. And what I'm going to do with my steak is I'm going to throw it in, and I'm going to add this stuff, and I'm going to cook it with the red cayenne pepper. I'm not going to cook it with this. This is for later, but I am going to cook it with this. So I'm just going to dump all that in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate some of these cuts so I can get all the beef out there on the pan nice and even. And then what I'm going to do is just coat it in a little bit of this stuff, racha. If you guys don't use red cayenne pepper on things, man, it is an absolute superfood. It's incredible. It makes things a little spicy if you add too much. But what it also does is enhances the flavors of other herbs. It pronounces them more. It's amazing stuff. So I'm just gonna let that heat up. Now you don't need to really cook your little steak pieces all the way through. And remember, you can use chicken, shrimp, use whatever you want. I just have steak. But you don't have to cook them all the way through because you're still gonna be cooking it a little bit once we add the barbecue sauce. All right, so hold on now. All right, so water's boiling. To add the noodles, the jet stream is freaking awesome. Tempest knives, baby. So to add the noodles, all I'm doing is it's just a direct drop right into the boiling water. At this point, if you want, you could reduce your your water temperature, but these go pretty quick because they're really thin and they're not like a heavy hard white pasta. So they're actually going to boil really, really quickly. As a matter of fact, it's already separating already. So unlike regular ramen, where if you put it in, they're hard as a rock and it takes you a while before you can separate them with a fork. Not these. These are going to be almost immediate as far as separation, and they're going to get soft really quick. So you're only boiling it until they're pretty much not sticky. That's it. The steak is cooking up really nice. And let's see. Let's just flip a couple around there. But yeah, all I'm doing is just moving them around, getting both sides of the of all my little cuts nice and cooked. What I might do is when the steak is just about done, what I'll do is I'll empty out all of the extra juice, because I don't want it too thin, and if I add the barbecue and do nothing else, then it could thin out my stock, and I don't want it too thin. It's got a nice barbecue going, so I don't want it to be like water, you know what I mean? So hold on. All right, so just literally it's been about a minute. The noodles are almost done. They're not like regular noodles where you need 15 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a strainer and I'm going to take all my steak pieces and I'm going to strain all that extra juice right on out of there. So what I want to do with this is I'm going to up the heat on my frying pan, get rid of all that extra juice, and then I'm just going to char them real quick. It's kind of like a shock. And that's going to be really nice. It just is going to like cook up that fat, because the meat right now is really soft and really tender and really nice. I want the whole thing to be great like that. Now I might just do this in real time because this is going to go quick. I want to test my noodles, which should be done. Let's see here. They're pretty much there. They're pretty much there. So I'm going to give the noodles another 30 seconds. And in that time, I'm just going to move around my steak. And just kind of give it a little a light char. And that's it. That's it. Really, really nice. And then as soon as that's there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the water out of here, reduce the heat on the frying pan, and that's it. So let me show you what we're exactly. So this is what my steak looks like. All right. So all I'm doing is kind of flipping it and turning it. I just didn't want it all like watery looking, right? So my noodles, these guys are pretty much there. All right, so I mean that's it. You could see the cayenne pepper color on there. These guys are all looking pretty good. That's about where you want them to start the next phase. So what I'm going to do now is just reduce the heat and strain my noodles. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We're going to do this real quick. All right, so turn that off. Grab this, grab that. I'm going to use the same strainer I just used the steak, because it doesn't matter. I'm blending the noodles with the steak anyway, so if there's steak juice on the noodles, it's not going to matter. All right, so let the water come out of there. Now what I'm going to do, before I put my noodles in, I'm going to add some of the barbecue. I didn't even open it yet, so I got to take off that little seal in there, and I can already get the flavor. Oh man, that barbecue is so nice. So nice. So now I'm just going to open that up, pour a bunch of that in there. You can hear the sizzle start to change. The noise that the steak was making just changed. So now I'm going to take my noodles, which are nice and well strained, and I'm going to pour them right over the top, just like that. And again, I'm just going to mix. Just kind of toss it around a little bit. So now I want to take some more of my barbecue and I want to put it all over the top of the noodles, just like that. And that should be just about as much barbecue as I need. We'll soon find out, but that should be it. So now from here, you can take different seasonings. You could take vegetables. You could put in onions and mushrooms and things like that. As a matter of fact, I do have some a certain spice that's a mushroom and onion spice. And here we go. Here we go. So this is it. This is umami. Umami. It's umami seasoning. It's just mushroom and onion, and it doesn't hurt to add even more flavor. The barbecue flavor itself is nice, but I mean, flavor's flavor. You want as much flavor as you can pack in. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep tossing that. And what's happening now is the noodles and the steak are further cooking, even just a little bit, inside this this barbecue sauce, this nice damp sauce. So that is looking really, really good. That barbecue is really, really nice tasting. That is really, really nice. But I want to make sure that every bit of this has flavor. Every bit of this has something in it. So when it's ready, and it's pretty much ready now, it's that easy. I literally boiled noodles, heated a steak, put them together, and topped it with sauce and seasoning. Doesn't get any better than that. So let's test it now. What I'll do is I'll grab a little piece of steak here and some noodles. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. These noodles are long. These are long noodles. Wow. That barbecue really packs on a lot of flavor. That's done. Hold on. Tell you what, you ever go into a Chinese restaurant or like a takeout place and you order food and it's done in like 5 minutes and you're like, there's no way this stuff could be fresh or good for you if it's done that quick. It really takes that little bit of time. Now remember, your protein is your own protein. You choose what you want. I went with steak, and I'm very happy I did because, ooh, wow, these noodles are fantastic. This is way better than I gotta say than the cheap ramen noodles that you get in the packages. These are really, really good. But it's that sauce, man. That stuff is amazing. Look how much. That's all I used right there. Holy crap, that's so good. All right, so I'm going to go enjoy this. This is my version of a Japanese barbecue stir fry. And my version works out pretty darn good because this is delicious. All right, well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving here in the States. So everybody who celebrates it, happy Thanksgiving. I am Donnie B all day. Until next video.